Hey everyone, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be telling you how you can impress your soccer coach and get more game time. Now, I made a video like this very early into my YouTube career, almost a year ago now, probably over a year ago. I'll link to that video and have a bar come across, but I'm going to reiterate some of the points in that video and kind of make this video a lot more refined while also adding some other points that you should keep in mind. Now in that video and in this one, I'm going to start with hard work. Now a coach really, above all else, at least most coaches I've experienced and I've seen, value hard work in industry over anything else. If you are a hard-working player, especially if you're the hardest working player on your team, you're going to get more game time. Coaches love those kind of players, the ones that are willing to hustle, the ones that are willing to run, the ones that are willing to do both attacking and defensive work. These are the kind of players that coaches love to coach. So be a player that doesn't give up. Be a player that has incredible work rate, who works hard for the team, who doesn't give up when they lose the ball. Things of this matter will really impress your coach and will want him or make him want to play you much more in games. Another way that kind of goes into this is to be a leader. If you can, be the captain of your team, but sometimes it's not possible. So even if you're not the captain, lead on the pitch through example. Anyone can say certain things and, speak well to a certain point and motivate people, but it's a lot harder and not as many players lead through example. And if you look at the best captains in the world or the best leaders who are not captains in football, they're the ones who lead through example. They back up their words. They don't just say things like, work hard for a team or tell their other teammates to work hard. They do it themselves. There's actually a very good distinction between what a boss is and what a leader is. A boss is someone who will tell you what to do. A leader is someone who will show you what to do. So you obviously want to be that second one. You want to be leading through example. And if you do this in combination with your hard work, you'll definitely be getting a lot more game time and you'll definitely score some points with your coach. Okay, that was kind of two things in one there, so we're going to move on. Number two is be someone who makes things happen. If you're on the pitch and you're just kind of playing at an average manner, if you're just taking the ball and passing it, taking the ball and passing it, and although some positions call for this, be a player, especially if you're an attacking player, that takes the initiative and makes things happen. These are the best players in the world, the players that manage to do this, and these always become the most valuable players on the team. And what's the coach going to want to do with his most valuable player? He's going to want to play them, right? So be someone who takes players on. Be someone who tries killer through balls, who tries to score, who is scoring, who is assisting. All of these things, make sure you express yourself on the pitch and make things happen. Now, don't go too crazy. Don't be a ball hog. Don't be too selfish. But sometimes in soccer, you do need to be selfish. Sometimes you do need to take the man on and get a cross in rather than turn back and pass. Sometimes you do need to take a shot instead of cutting back and trying to pass to someone. And things like this. Don't be afraid to take initiative. Don't be afraid to take the game by the scruff of the neck and make something happen. Coaches love players like this too, who can make things happen and take the initiative in games. Now this third one's probably the most important one, but obviously all three in combination are important. But this is one that I think very few players forget about and don't actually do. And that is be willing to learn. Now this isn't only to impress your coach, this is if you want to become a better player in your life at all. Players who are stubborn and think that they know it all and think that they can't improve or think they can't learn something off their coach never really progress to be amazing players. The reason is because they're not willing to learn. They're not willing to be open to new ideas that come in that can improve their game. And I actually used to be a player like this. Back in when I was younger, probably, I can't remember the age, but I know like my early high school years even, I was very stubborn and thought I knew everything about the game and I knew more than my coaches. When I finally started to learn, start listening to them, I learned so much and improved my game so much just from a few things that they told me. So always be willing to learn. Coaches will love that as well if they think that when they're saying something to you that you're actually taking it in and trying it in matches. That'll be something a coach will see because he'll understand, okay, he's trying to learn, she's trying to learn, they're trying to get better. They're actually taking the advice I give them and implementing them. This does not just go for your coaches, this goes for like any kind of advice that you hear that can improve your game or, tactic or technique. Like anything I give you, for example, if you disregard it right away without even trying it, you'll never know if it could be something that can actually be a game changer or be something that can help you improve as a player. So be very receptive to what your coaches say. Be very receptive to what they tell you, the new techniques that you should try, maybe what you should practice on. You know, they don't just say this to say this. Coaches usually know what they're talking about. Alright guys, so all three of these things in combination will definitely get your coach's attention, and he can't help but play you if you're doing all three of these things. If you're working hard, if you're being a leader on the pitch through working hard, if you're leading by example, if you're willing to learn, being open and willing to learn, and if you're taking initiative in matches and making things happen, the coach is going to want you on the pitch for as long as possible. So make sure you're working on these three things. I promise you that if you do dedicate and commit to improving these three areas and displaying more of these things to your coach, that you will see more time on the pitch. Alright guys, thank you for watching again. I'll put the other video in the description of the previous How to Impress Your Coach video, which will go over some similar ideas. Also, make sure you like this video, and if you're new to Simplysoccer, just subscribe. We release 3 to 4 videos every single week designed to help you improve as a soccer player. Again, like this video, share it with your teammates and friends, and I'll see you on Saturday for the next one.